wake up one morning and feel the weight again. The same quiet ache. The same invisible heaviness pressing against the chest. The world is moving, but your spirit feels still, uncertain, untethered, a little lost in the noise of everything you never asked for yet somehow must endure. You sit at the edge of your own life and wonder, how did I get here? Why does the road feel so lonely even when people surround me? Why does the heart carry storms no one else can see? Silence answers first. Then something deeper rises. A voice inside you that has been whispering for years. A voice older than your pain, older than your fear. Begin again, it says. Not with force, not with urgency, but with quiet, unwavering strength. You breathe. You realize the breath itself is proof you are not done. Proof you are still here, still capable, still becoming. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." You look at your life and finally understand. The mountain is not blocking your path. It is your path. The struggle is not a punishment. It is an invitation. You stand at the threshold of a new becoming. A version of you shaped not by comfort but by courage. Not by ease but by endurance. Not by applause but by quiet choices no one else will ever see. You remember the nights that broke you. The disappointments that felt final. The people who walked away. The dreams that shattered quietly when no one was looking. The moments you questioned your worth because the world stayed silent. But here you are, listening, breathing, rising. Pain does not mean you are weak. Pain means you cared. Pain means something within you was real enough to be wounded. And that alone is a kind of strength. Seneca once wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." You feel those words now. You feel the truth in your bones. Every heartbreak carved space for wisdom. Every failure sharpened your vision. Every loss stripped away illusions that were never meant to stay. You are not the same person you were before the storm. You are quieter now, more intentional, more discerning, less impressed by shallow things, more drawn to meaning, depth, and truth. You survived what once felt impossible. And that is not a small thing. That is not a forgettable thing. That is a victory etched into the soul. You begin to realize something sacred. Strength is not loud. Strength is not the roar of a lion. Strength is the soft, steady beating of a heart that refuses to quit. Strength is waking up again after a night that tried to end you. Strength is choosing to take one more step when the future feels shapeless. You have walked through shadows long enough to understand their value. Shadows do not exist without light, and the fact that you see them means you are facing the sun, not turning away. Your life is not defined by the chapters that hurt you. Your life is shaped by the way you rise between them, by the way you gather yourself in moments of fear and whisper, "I am still here." The world will not slow down for your healing, but your soul will wait for you. It is patient. It is ancient. It knows the way home. Epictetus once said, "You may not control all events, but you can control how you respond." This truth lands softly. It frees you. You realize how much energy you have spent fighting things that were never yours to command. People's opinions, the past, the outcome of dreams, the timing of life. You loosen your grip. You let go of the illusion of control, and suddenly the air feels lighter. You cannot command the storm, but you can command your stance within it, your breath, your courage, your next step. This is where mastery begins, in small, quiet choices, in moments when no one sees your strength but you, when your fear is loud but your discipline is louder, when your heart trembles but your spirit remains unmoved. You begin to understand the art of enduring, enduring without bitterness, enduring without giving your pain permission to define you, enduring with dignity, with clarity, with a gentle but unbreakable resolve. The world has broken many before you, but it has also shaped warriors out of those who refuse to bow. Not warriors who fight with violence, but warriors who conquer themselves. Warriors who turn pain into wisdom, fear into clarity, doubt into direction. You feel something inside you shift, a small awakening, a flicker of light in a place you thought was gone. A reminder that you are more than the wounds you carry. A reminder that your story is not over, it is unfolding. You start to see your struggles differently, not as curses, but as teachers. Not as obstacles, but as sculptors carving your future strength. Not as endings, but as beginnings in disguise. There is a moment in every life when the soul whispers, "Rise." Not because you are ready, but because you are meant to. Because the version of you that survives this will be extraordinary, wiser, sharper, more grounded, more compassionate. You breathe again. Slow, deep, intentional. You feel the weight on your shoulders, but you also feel the fire waking beneath it. You remember who you once wanted to be, who you still could be, Someone disciplined, someone focused, someone unshaken, someone who refuses to break. Your pain does not disqualify you. Your fears do not diminish you. Your past does not own you. Nothing in your story is final unless you call it final. You rise, not dramatically, not suddenly, but slowly like the dawn, with quiet confidence, with steady breath, with a heart that knows its own worth. The world does not need perfection from you. The world needs presence. The world needs authenticity. The world needs the version of you that has walked through fire and learned how to carry light. You take another breath, another step, another moment of clarity. Your chest feels lighter, not because the world changed, but because you did. Life will test you. Life will stretch you. Life will bruise you. But life will also forge you, shape you, strengthen you, prepare you in ways you cannot yet see. Nothing is wasted. Not your heartbreak, not your failures, not your mistakes. Everything you have endured is fuel. Fuel for the person you are becoming. Fuel for the life you are building. Fuel for the strength you are growing. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not lost. You are in the process. A sacred, painful, transformative process. And when you emerge, because you will understand why it had to be you, why it had to be this, why it had to be now. You close your eyes. You breathe once more, not to escape life, but to meet it. Fully, boldly, calmly. You open your eyes. The world is still the same, but you are not. Your eyes adjust to the light, and you feel it, a quiet, steady shift inside you. Not a miracle, not an explosion of clarity, just a subtle alignment, a returning to yourself. You take one step. It is small, but it is sacred, because it is yours, because it is chosen, because it is the first step taken with intention, not fear. There is a strange peace in moving forward, even when the future is uncertain. A peace born not from knowing, but from trusting that you have survived enough storms to navigate the ones ahead, trusting that you have grown wiser than the hurts that once controlled you. You begin to walk with a different posture now, not rigid, not defensive, but grounded, centered, awake. The world still hums with noise and expectation, but you are learning to listen differently. Your attention is no longer pulled by the loudest chaos, but guided by the quiet truth inside you. You understand now that most battles are not fought in the world. They are fought within, against doubt, against fear, against the ghost of who you used to be, against the stories you once believed, simply because they were familiar. But you are rewriting those stories, line by line, breath by breath. The past no longer holds the power it once did. Its shadows no longer feel like prisons. They feel like reminders, markers of a road you have already walked, proof of the distance between who you were and who you are becoming. You think of all the nights you questioned your worth, all the mornings you woke up tired of pretending, tired of being strong, tired of carrying things you did not choose. But strength, you realize now, was never about pretending. It was about continuing, about refusing to collapse into the version of yourself that pain tried to turn you into. You have begun the slow, quiet work of reclaiming yourself, not loudly, not publicly, but within the silent chambers of your own heart. Epictetus taught, no great thing is created suddenly, and you feel the truth of that wisdom. You feel it in the slow rebuilding of your spirit. You feel it in the gentle mending of your mind. You feel it in the way you rise now, not chasing greatness, but growing into it. Some days will still feel heavy. Some moments will still shake you. You are human. You are allowed to break without believing you are broken. You are allowed to feel without surrendering to the feeling. Because now you know something powerful. Emotions are weather, but you are the sky. Storms will pass. Sunlight will return. And you remain vast, capable, unmoved at your core. You breathe again. Slow, purposeful. You feel the calm settle deeper. Not the fragile calm that comes from avoidance, but the lasting calm that comes from understanding. You no longer rush. You no longer panic. You no longer fight yourself. For the first time in a long time, you are learning to be on your own side, and that changes everything. The world still demands more than you have to give, but you are learning boundaries, learning presence, learning what is yours to carry, and what is not. You are learning to honor your own steps, no matter how small, no matter how slow, because you know now that consistency is more powerful than intensity, direction more important than speed. There is a beauty in this stage of your journey, this quiet reconstruction, this gentle unbecoming. of everything that is not truly you. This patient becoming of everything you were always meant to be. You walk further. The air feels different. The earth beneath you feels solid again. Your spirit, once trembling, now steadies itself. You whisper to yourself, not loudly, not dramatically, but with certainty, I am coming back. Back to strength, back to clarity, back to purpose, back to the life you once dreamed of, but didn't know how to reach. This return is not a sprint. It is a pilgrimage, a sacred travel into your own depths, a meeting with the strongest version of you, the one who survived, the one who learned, the one who never stopped walking. Seneca once wrote, "Sometimes even to live is an act of courage." You understand now just how courageous you have been, just how many battles you fought silently, just how many times you stood in darkness and decided to stay alive. One more day. You have earned your place here. You have earned this breath. You have earned this new beginning. And as you move forward, you feel a quiet resolve taking root, a promise to yourself that you will no longer abandon your own soul, that you will no longer shrink to make others comfortable, that you will no longer apologize for growing beyond your old limits. Your life is yours again. Your mind is yours again. Your path is yours again. And the journey has only just begun. You move forward with a steady breath, feeling the quiet shift inside you deepen. No longer fragile, no longer fleeting, but rooted, alive, certain in a way you haven't felt in years. The world around you hasn't changed, yet it looks different, softer, less threatening, more like a place you can walk through. Without losing yourself each time life grows loud. For the first time, you feel the distance between who you were and who you are becoming. A gap wide enough to show growth, yet close enough to remind you that transformation is still in motion. You are not finished. You are evolving. You are learning to breathe through the uncertainty instead of fighting it, learning to rest instead of collapsing, learning to reflect instead of running from your own thoughts. There is a new rhythm forming within you, a gentle discipline, a quiet self-respect, a commitment to showing up even when you tremble. You know now that life does not reward the one who shouts the loudest, but the one who endures the longest, who stays present, who keeps walking, who keeps choosing growth, even when growth feels like a slow, painful unraveling. You think of all the versions of yourself that carried you to this moment. The scared one, the angry one, the hopeful one, the lonely one, the one who didn't know how to ask for help, the one who tried to be strong, even when strength felt impossible. All of them brought you here. All of them contributed to the resilience you carry quietly in your bones. You honor them now, not with regret, but with gratitude, because they survived so you could grow. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Look well into yourself. There is a source of strength that will always spring up if you look there." And you finally understand what he meant. The strength you've been searching for was never out in the world. It was never in people, or success, or recognition. It was inside you, waiting for you to stop running and start listening. You begin to trust that inner source, the quiet wisdom beneath your ribs, the calm voice beneath the noise, the steady heartbeat reminding you that you were built for more than fear. You start to release the old stories, the ones that said you weren't enough, the ones that said you were too broken, too late, too lost. Stories built from pain, not truth. They fall away now, one by one, like leaves letting go of a tree that knows winter is not the end. You walk deeper into your own becoming. Each step is deliberate, each breath thoughtful, each moment a reminder that you are allowed to rebuild yourself as many times as it takes. There is no deadline on healing, no timer on transformation, no finish line to becoming whole. Growth is not a race. It is a returning, a remembering, a homecoming to the parts of yourself you abandoned to survive. And now, slowly, tenderly, you gather those pieces back. You pick up your courage. You pick up your clarity. You pick up your self-worth. You pick up the dreams you buried because you once feared disappointment more than stagnation. Not anymore. Not now. Not in this moment of awakening. You realize that the person you want to become already exists within you, quietly waiting for your permission to step forward. All that's left is alignment, a choice, a direction, a gentle but unwavering decision to honor your deepest truth instead of your deepest fear. And so you walk, not quickly, not perfectly, but intentionally. With each step, you feel yourself shedding the weight of a past that no longer deserves your strength, You feel the subtle lifting of burdens you carried far too long. You feel the space opening for new purpose, new discipline, new peace. You look ahead. The path is long, but for the first time, you are not intimidated by its length. You are ready for it because you finally understand that the journey is not about reaching the summit, but learning who you become. Along the climb, you are calmer now, more accepting, more resolute. Not because life has become easier, but because you have become deeper. Your soul has stretched. Your heart has matured. Your mind has sharpened. In the fires you once cursed, you whisper to yourself again, soft, steady, but filled with conviction, I am not done becoming. And somewhere deep within, life whispers back, I know.